Hello, everyone. Welcome to the DMV Cup show. It's high time, and Labor Day weekend is going to be fun for DMV cricketing talent. We're inviting all the local teams, all the local players to come, one region, one passion. On today's show, I have Husnain Bashir, who is the co-owner of the Loose Nuts and Bolts team. His team has done exceedingly well over this year. They were the WCL Division 3 T20 champions. Welcome, Husnain.
Thank you for having me on your show, Arsh.
No problem. So, how do you feel about DMV Cup? It brings all the local talents together, first of its kind. What are your thoughts?
I really appreciate this initiative that you and fellow management has put together. There's a lot of good cricketing talent within this region, and I think this is a good um, outreach to reach out to those players who maybe are not that well recognized um, within the DMV area. So it'll be a great opportunity for many youngsters to showcase their talent.
You hit the correct point there. In other big tournaments, we have seen people invite professional players, and some of them, some of the budding cricketers actually feel left out. They don't get a game, or even if they get a game, they not get batting at their proper position. This will actually give not only the youngsters but the locals who think they can make it to the next level to shine bright and perform to the level. And I see there are many upcoming players from your team also. So, what are your thoughts about your team? Like the composition, if you want to talk about few of the players who should be the key players that people should be wary of, or they should come with their plans to defeat them.
I think in terms of our team, we don't have one set superstar on our team. It's a combination of a lot of good players who, on their given day, can win you the match single-handedly. The unique thing about the game of cricket is it's a one-ball game. You could have Steve Smith on your team, but if he gets out, well, what use is it for his batting abilities? It's not like basketball where okay, LeBron James misses a shot, he can go right back down the court. So cricket's that unique team game where I believe having the right balances, the right combinations, those will all be much more important than just having one or two marquee star players. And that's what Loose Nuts and Bolts tries to strive on, having 11 solid players and zero fillers in our playing 11.
And that's a really good point, and that's a good team strategy, I would say. I've seen the teams that play together that have those no superstar culture are more successful than the other ones. We have other great teams in the DMV Cup also, but if we see outside, it's more like an international level, like bringing superstars, which is I feel was missing. And how do you feel about giving more chances to the local players and with strict guidelines? That has never been the issue. This is the first time we are imposing some strict guidelines that if you have represented your state or international level for the last 5-10 years, you just cannot play. So what more thoughts can you give about that?
Well, it would be very hard, I think, for management to regulate that because it depends on there's so many different competitions. Like in India, it's not just a Ranji Trophy. There's like a million composition competitions. So by what guidelines is this sort of competition okay or this isn't? Like you, for example, you're very close to playing Ranji
Yeah.
cricket. So would you be considered not eligible to play, or would you be eligible? There's a lot of little things, and people even maybe from like the Caribbeans, they play in other smaller tournaments that do involve international cricketers. Would they be considered outsiders, or so? It's a lot of like little things, I guess, for management to consider and abide by um, such guidelines. So
Agreed, totally agree that it is going to be tricky and challenging. Some of them may or may not, and that's perfectly fine. But I mean, I'm still happy at least there is an effort that is being made. Otherwise, what happens is nobody's trying to make that effort. And in the DMV area, I don't see, there are so many leagues, so many players, there is abundance. Like this should be one of the hubs, but we are missing somehow. We are losing to Texas, I would say, Florida. They have their own grounds, the facilities. And this is the part, where this is what's happening. We bringing one region, everybody's so passionate about cricket and cricketing culture that this was somebody had to do it. And I'm glad we are the ones that are bringing this on, because bringing players from outside, it's pretty easy. You throw the money, but building cricketers from grassroots level is the key. And that's really nice and a good initiative, I would say. And moreover, like good initiative from your team also. I know one of the youngsters, under 17 player Onkar Zope is in the minor league team. So many congratulations. So tell us something about Onkar, how he is, like how's a player and as a person, what do you see?
So as a person, he's very down to earth. He's a very humble kid. Um, I noticed his talents earlier this year. We were playing a practice game, and he was playing some just amazing strokes, T20 strokes, quick bat, all that sorts of stuff. And then when I sat down with him and talked with him about his cricketing history, what I found unique was he grew up playing cricket since the age of 1 till he was about into high school. And then once he got into high school, he played baseball. And he made it to a high level in baseball, but then he had a back injury that prevented him from continuing baseball. But he took those baseball mechanics that he learned with his background in having a proper cricket technique, and it sort of can transform him into a very, very lethal T20 opening batsman.
Nice. So basically, he knows how to hit sixes. It's only about he just need to learn how to take singles and defend the ball.
Oh, he knows how to do that. If it's a good delivery, he knows how to rotate the strike. But if there's a ball to hit, there's a ball to hit. You don't
Yep.
want to, especially in T20, you only have 120 balls to score the maximum amount of runs possible.
Nice. So, for the DMV Cup, any special plans that your team has? Any special players that you're going to mark? Any insights on what are your chances for the DMV Cup? What do you think?
So we're going to stick mainly with the team that won us the Division 3 championship. We think that the team that we have is pretty solid to compete within any level within the DMV. Most of our players, their secondary teams are all in Premier Division. They all perform there as well. So we're confident of our chances. It's just all about us playing as a team. Team. That's what our loose nuts and bolts is all about. Team.
Nice. And what about you? Are you going to be primarily bowling, batting, or we going to see both and a gun fielder?
So mostly I'm just going to be bowling. We have amazing batsmen on our team. I might get something towards the tail end if I'm holding the bat and batting, that means something's gone wrong with our top order. I gotta wait on my knee to heal up a bit though. I injured my knee earlier this year, so I haven't been bowling uh much. But it's healing and hopefully it'll be ready for the DMV Cup.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm excited to have loose nuts and bolts on our roster, and hopefully we'll get some fireworks, and the other teams should be wary about loose nuts and bolts. Thank you so
Anybody,
much.
any given day, so can't take any opponent lightly.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for joining me, Husnain. It was wonderful talking to you.
Same.
We'll talk soon.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.